You have the opportunity to win money. The success rate of winning $1 is 99%, but the success rate of winning $100 is 50-50. Which one do you go for? This is considered high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward is constantly used in the stock market, but whether you know it or not, you have probably considered a high risk, high reward situation. For example, where's my homies that have stuck up for themselves to their homophobic parents? This is obviously a pretty dumbed down version of this concept. The concept of high risk, high reward is a total representation of my life. 9 times out of 10, I would always rather try to make it big than to settle. And I want to put a preface out there that's saying just because this is the way I live my life does not by any means make me think that this is how everybody should live their life. We live in a world with information overload, where there's so many gurus and experts telling you how you should live your life and what you should be doing to make the most money and all these things, and I think that it is absolutely toxic. The big project that I'm working on right now is getting my marketing and consulting / copywriting business up off the ground. I went to school for marketing, so it's not like a crazy thing for me to do, but I did graduate 5 years ago, and all of a sudden I was like, this is a great idea. I should do this idea. Like it was brand new to me. But what is crazy is I've had this idea before. And where I found it? Inside the file named high school, and then inside the file named college, I found my NYU writing sample. When I was 17, my dream was to go to NYU business school, because it was the farthest school I could think of to get away from where I grew up. Super small farm town, not a lot going on, very conservative, not really my vibe. And because honestly, I was a pretty motivated individual. I wanted to go to the best school I could think of. At the time, they were in the top 10 business schools in the world. Spoiler alert, I did not get into NYU, but what I wrote in this letter is the shocking part. I didn't even know that this was on my computer until like 3 days ago when I was randomly looking at files, legit to procrastinate. At 17 years old, I wrote this. My definitive plan for my life is to own a marketing business that helps other businesses produce and sell their products more effectively and efficiently. At 17 years old, that's what I wanted to do. Our intuition always knows, and I guess just sometimes we forget. This right here really solidifies my passion for where I'm going. Not that you can't change. I have changed so much since I was 17 years old, but there's those core things. Like sometimes you find those core things that you're like, wow, that is something that is important to me. Obviously, anytime you embark in a business venture, you're gonna hope that you get money out of it. That doesn't need to be said, but I firmly believe that it can't only be about the money. Trust me, I've gone through like 5 to 7 business ventures, failed business ventures, where I was doing it only for the money, and it just simply, you will fizzle out if it's only for the money. Money is not a big enough motivator to make you keep going with something. But when you're broke, this is kind of a double-edged sword because you kind of have to chase the money when you don't have a lot. We start to do things like deliver Amazon packages, drive Uber, taking surveys online. I'm in it for the long haul. I also have tried to do little things like that too, where those aren't bad. Make your coin, get out. Right now, I'm in the risk it phase. It's gotta pay off soon, otherwise I'm gonna have to get a regular, real job. As you saw in the video before this one, I posted a screenshot of my bank account and it is not looking so good, folks. Going back to the whole it can't be all about money thing, when venturing out on our own, we have to be really careful that we're taking care of ourselves because it's a slippery slope to the bottom if we're not doing things that are constantly pushing us forward. For me, I can slip into a depression so fast if I'm not taking care of myself, and part of that comes with a morning routine. Each morning I do 3 things. The first one, meditation. Some days I'll do it for 1 minute and other days I'll try to hold it for 20 minutes or even longer. Just time to clear my head, get my head in the right mind space to start the day. I then try to do some type of body movement. I don't even want to consider myself that I work out. It's mostly just like doing stretches or getting something to move my body. Some yoga stretches, practicing handstands, or my personal favorite, jump rope is so underrated. You can jump rope for like 2 minutes and your heart will be pounding out of your chest. The last one, and honestly the most important one to me, is journaling. I make it a specific point to journal in cursive because it wakes up my brain in a way that other activities don't. At the end of the day, the entire point of this channel is showing you my journey to making $1 million, and I love money, I want to make a lot of it, but I 100% believe that that's not the end goal. I think the secret to life is figuring out the best way to follow your own intuition and figure out what makes you feel the best on a day-to-day basis, and simply to enjoy life to the best of our ability, all while having faith that it's all gonna work out in the end. I'm really riding on that faith. This is only the second video on my channel, so if you wanna go check out the first one, please make sure and check it out here. From $600 to my first $1 million. So let's see if I can do it. If you made it this far in the video, I hope that means that you actually enjoyed it, and if you did, and we'll see you in the next one.